Hey everyone, welcome to the workshop. Aidan Booth here. I am incredibly excited to be hosting this today because I'm going to have a guest on who has been doing some incredible things online using the system that we're going to be sharing with you here. And he's been able to not just use it himself, but take students with no prior experience all the way to generating thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars online, and right up to $1.7 million after only 5 months. So it's quite amazing, and I've been blown away by what I've seen behind the scenes. And finally today we're able to pull back the cover a little bit and take a look at what's going on here. And quite frankly, I think it's an ingenious method for running a business, and it's a really interesting way to leverage different tools that are at your disposal. And you're going to see exactly what they are in just a few minutes time here. You're going to learn the exact step-by-step formula that you can use in your first 12 days that you get in, and start using a formula and make money in 12 days, and then do it again and again and again, rinse and repeat. Now, I know that sounds like a lot, but as you're going to see here, this is something that can work very, very quickly. And we've seen some of the sort of behind-the-scenes results that people are getting. And people are able to generate maybe a couple $100 even in their first couple of weeks doing this, and then ramp up from there. So it really is exciting. It's compelling, and I think it's worth listening to here today, because it could absolutely be something that you add into the mix with projects that you've already got going, or it could be just a brand new income stream that you set up for yourself. Okay, so who's ready? Give me a 1 in the question box if you are ready for us to dive in here. Okay, the ones are coming. Okay, awesome. Now, the person that we're doing this workshop with today, I met him for the first time a few years ago, and we really hit it off. I've hung out in person with him multiple times now. He's from Ireland originally, but spends most of his time in the United States, and has done some really amazing things in the online business space, and has worked with some of the real legends. Now, you may be familiar with the name Gary Halbert, who was a copywriting legend, and Caleb worked very closely with him. Caleb is the person who's going to be hosting, presenting all the information to you here today. And he worked very closely with Gary, and Gary took him under his wing. And in fact, Caleb even lived with Gary Halbert, the copywriting legend himself, and passed on a lot of information to Caleb. Now, Caleb has then gone on to build an incredible business of his own. He's worked for $100 million plus businesses, and he's built a really, really impressive business. And he's going to be sharing some of his secrets here today, and how you can get started and hit the ground running and see results in under 12 days. Okay, so with all of that said, I'm now going to hand this over to Caleb, and stick around, because at the end of the workshop I'm going to be sharing some more information with you about some bells and whistles that we will be throwing into the mix here as well. Okay, so there will be an opportunity for you to invest towards the end and to get some more access to Caleb's secrets. But look, regardless of whether or not that's something you want to do, you're going to get an enormous amount of value just by being on the workshop here today. So definitely worth your time. And like I say, stick around to the end because you're going to find out more about how we are, what we're doing here, and how it might be of benefit to you. So with that being said, Caleb, if you want to go ahead and take it away from here.
Gosh, thank you so much for that kind introduction. I greatly appreciate it. Hello guys, welcome to the call. Caleb O'Dowd here. Very, very excited to have you here. In today's training, I would like to introduce you to a new business model called AI mini groups that is literally making my students and I millions of dollars online right now. This new strategy is a absolute breakthrough. It's a breakthrough improvement on an already brilliant way to make a lot of money very quickly online that has been an enormous success since 2019. Yet, despite this business model being one of the fastest, the most profitable and exciting ways to make money online, it had several unfortunate drawbacks that made it difficult for a very large number of beginners to succeed with. Therefore, sadly, until just a few months ago, this multi-million-dollar was primarily used by expert marketers and also hyper committed beginners. As a result, this remarkable business model was kept out of the hands of a lot of beginners who could otherwise make 5 to 6 figures per month with it, like it has been making for my other students, experts, and hyper committed beginners month after month for the last 4 years. But now I am thrilled to announce that thanks to a remarkable new breakthrough in AI technology, this is not some ChatGPT thing. This is something way more advanced than that. All that has changed. I'm thrilled to announce today for the very first time the drawbacks that prevented so many beginners from getting rich with this business model have all been eliminated. And now this AI mini group strategy has become so much faster, so much easier to succeed with, that quite literally every first-time entrepreneur can now get in on this today and expect to start making between $10,000 and $100,000 plus per month with it. If that causes you to feel skeptical, believe me, I totally understand, but we're living in a wild and wonderful world right now where technology is transforming the game, and you're going to discover why a claim as crazy as that, a promise as crazy as that, with this particular business model is now something that actually is 100% legitimate. What you're about to experience in the coming minutes is a polar shift in your beliefs about what is now truly possible for you to achieve online in just the next 90 days because of the AI technology revolution that is taking place in the world right now as we speak. My prediction is that even the most skeptical among us on this call today will soon be convinced by the overwhelming proof and evidence that AI mini groups are now the fastest and easiest way for beginners to make a lot of money very quickly online. So guys, please go to the chat box. Let me ask you, if I promise to introduce you to a truly outstanding business here today, will you suspend your doubts and skepticism for just the next few minutes while I show you the proof, the evidence, and the facts of this strategy? Let me just check out the chat box here. Guys, we have a very packed house here. Excuse me. I see tons of yeses flooding in here. I see, heck yeah, let's go, says Olivia. I see Emma, Benjamin, Tom, William, Priya. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. If not, please forgive me. Elmer, Daniel, Michael, Maria, Ram, Andrew, Sarah, Jacob, Mohammed, Jack, Samuel, Anthony, Gabriel, Hamza, Matt, Ivan, Francisco, Imran, Lydia, Glenn, Agnes, George, Omar, forgive me, Klaus, Pavel, forgive me if I'm mispronouncing that, or Pavel. So too many names to call out here, but tons of yeses flooding in, lots of excitement in the chat box. Thank you so much, guys. Great, because if you can agree to that, then my promise to you today is this: what I'm about to reveal now could make the next 90 days the most financially exciting time of your life. So hold on to your hat. You are really in for a hell of a ride here. Quick legal disclaimer: we're all adults here, guys. My results and the results of my clients shown, in this training, they're not typical. I'm not implying that you will duplicate them or profit in any way from the information in this training. I have the benefit of practicing marketing for over 18 years now. I'm highly skilled. Many, but certainly not all of my clients are highly skilled too. Your results will vary. They'll depend on many factors such as your niche, your product, advertising, your background, experience, your work ethic. All business, all entrepreneurial pursuits involves risk as well as massive and consistent effort and action. If you are not willing to take full responsibility for your own actions with this training and your own results, then perhaps this training is not worth you investing any more time. Okay, maybe it's best that you leave right now. because this, is probably not a fit for you if you're not ready to take full responsibility here. So with all of that said, what kind of results are possible? Again, not making any claims, but what kind of results are possible? Well, one of my students who you will meet here shortly, Stephen Summers, made over $3 million with this strategy. So this is a strategy. I have multiple millionaires that, with this business model here. So not too many business models out there taking people to millionaire status. This is one. Another one of my students, Joe McCall, made over $150,000 with this business model within just 12 days of launching for the very first time. Then there is Rudy, a complete beginner. Ruan never made a single penny online before. This is a remarkable story, yet Ruan made $170,000 with this business model the very first time she used it. Then, of course, there is the legendary John Benson, one of the top internet marketers in the world, the guy who literally invented the video sales letter. John got a 12x return on his investment in this business. In case you don't know, returns like that are just literally unheard of. They are not typical in any form or fashion. Most business models would never generate a 12x return. Most business models, if you get a 20% profit margin, you are doing really, really well. This, John got a 12x return. He got a 1,200% return on his investment with this business. Another one of my students, Rob Cosberg, made $60,000 in just a few days with this strategy and now makes six figures almost on a monthly or bi-monthly basis with this strategy. And then there is Carol Allen, one of my very top students who made $6 million. One of my $1 million students, Carol, made $6 million with this strategy in his first 12 months using it, and is now on track to do $10 million plus with this exact business model in the coming 12 months. So you're going to hear from all of these people. You're going to hear their stories and results in their own words in just a few minutes. Plus, you'll hear further proof and evidence from a bunch more people who are now making 5 and 6 figures per month with this incredible business model, faster and easier than they ever imagined possible. And of course, you're also going to hear my own story of how I have been making millions of dollars with mini groups, plus how I actually even discovered this model to begin with and developed it into the biggest breakthrough in internet marketing. Are you now ready to discover why AI mini groups are the fastest and easiest new way for beginners to make over $10,000 per month online? Let me go to the chat box here. Again, guys, we have such a packed house here. I see George, Agnes, Omar, Jose, Alexander, Sunita, Elena, Anna, Maria, Emily, Hans, Rob, Joe, Natalia, Henry, Elizabeth, Olga, James, David, Elmer, Daniel, Anthony, Lydia, Francesco, hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, Mohammed, Daniel, William, Benjamin, Tom, Olivia, Emma, Noah. Guys, too many names to name out there, but thank you so much. I love seeing all the positivity in the chat box here. I can see that you guys are raring to go. It gives me energy. I'm really, really pumped to be sharing this with you. So let's jump in, guys. Why are AI mini groups so freaking exciting? So for those of you who don't know me, as mentioned, my name is Caleb O'Dowd. Over 18 years ago, I was an out-of-work carpenter from Ireland, going nowhere fast in life. But then through a series of remarkable events, I had the opportunity to move to Miami Beach and mentor under the late great marketing genius, a man by the name of Gary Halbert. Within 12 months, Gary helped me grow my first business to 7 figures. years, which is a remarkable accomplishment. And since then, I've gone on to launch and grow half a dozen more businesses, which have collectively generated over $150 million in sales. Today, I own and operate a variety of different businesses, such as a coaching and consulting business, an information publishing business, an agency, and an affiliate marketing business. But let me tell you guys, I have never, in all my 18 years of being in this business, seen any business model on the internet that is as simple and lucrative as this AI mini group business model. You see, 5 years ago, I was actually a member of an exclusive mastermind that cost $80,000 a year to be a member of. This group was made up of a tiny small group of just 12 business owners who were among the sharpest and most successful internet marketers on the planet. And I was honored to have been invited in as a member. It was an invitation only, even though you had to pay $80,000. That was not what got you in the door. You had to be invited in. So in the very first meeting that I attended with these guys, I was shocked to discover that almost everybody in the group was making significant six-figure monthly incomes using a very unusual strategy that I had never seen before. So what they were doing was creating super small groups of people and applying a genius strategy for generating an all-out sales frenzy in a remarkably short period of time. Now, some of these guys were selling their own products and services, while others were selling affiliate products and services. And in each case, these guys were making more money in less time than any other group of marketers that I ever met. I was shocked. In fact, I was stunned, but nowhere near as shocked and stunned as the first time that I used this particular strategy. You see, the very first time I used a mini group, I made nearly $500,000, which blew my mind, to be quite frank with you, especially considering that it only took 24 hours of my time total to make that money. Now, I know that sounds unbelievable, okay? Trust me, I couldn't believe it either, but you will see why that's true and why that makes sense for this particular business model for yourself in just a moment. What I quickly came to conclude is that this business model was unquestionably the easiest way to make a lot of money online that I had ever discovered, and I would be a freaking idiot to not specialize in this particular business model full time. I started doing mini groups like crazy, and I racked up more than $1.7 million in sales in 3 months. Here's proof. These are bank statements showing 3 months worth of sales coming from this particular business model. I just literally went on the rampage. I was literally making money hand over fist with this strategy. Plus, I was only working about 24 hours, per mini group, okay, per month. And yet, even though I was only working 24 hours per month in this, I was making more personal income with this strategy than 95% of professional marketers made working 240 hours a month with other business models. I couldn't believe it. Inevitably, I was just so excited with this breakthrough that I shared it with my private clients. To my surprise and absolute delight, not only did my clients start making hundreds of thousands of dollars with this strategy, several of them made millions, like Stephen Summers. Here's what Stephen Summers had to say.
The reason I'm making this video today is for my friend and fellow Irishman, Mr. Caleb O'Dowd. Why am I making this video? It's simple. I have made a lot of money and a lot of extra impact directly due to the stuff that I've learned from Caleb. I would say the biggest thing was his mini group training that I took. Now, I was terrified because I was like, this may not work. We ended up getting bring over 800 people into the mini group on Facebook. At the end of that period of time, we sold 120 packages at $6,000, a little bit over $6,000 on average, because there was some payment plans. But you can see there nearly $1 million in revenue with just that one piece alone. The work and advice that we've learned from Caleb has added another 7 figures, maybe even a couple of 7 figures into that business. It's been worth millions of dollars to us and to our business. So thanks again, Caleb. I look forward to staying a client, and we'll talk soon.
Plus, what blew my mind is that some of my students, like Carol Allen, made more millions with this business model than I did. Nothing is more complimentary to me than knowing that somebody has taken my system and is doing even better than I am. Here's what Carol had to say.
Thanks to Caleb O'Dowd, who taught me the skills of marketing to build an absolutely insane funnel and ascension path. We've done over $6 million in the last 12 months. We'll probably get to 10 million using this strategy by kind of early next year, so about 3 or 4 months from now. And I want to tell you why this is just the most insane marketing system that I have ever seen. I've tried every other marketing system. Some of them worked, some of them didn't. The ones that did worked, there are a lot of flies on them. They needed a lot of kind of work and modification. Caleb's system, the Facebook groups, is just absolutely incredible. So he teaches you 3 really, really interesting things through the training. The course is amazing, by the way, and the implementation's so easy. It took minutes just to set this up. You build a Facebook group, you drive traffic into it, you can do it for free, or I just email my big long list that never bought from me before. I just can't thank you enough for the training and the coaching to kind of implement this, and it was really painless. It didn't take a lot of time, and we smashed it. And if you'd have said to me 12, 13 months ago, you're going to do 6, 7 million and be on the path to 10, implementing this pretty straightforward strategy, I probably wouldn't have believed it. But hey, it's worked, and my business is proof of that. So thank you so much, Caleb. I can't wait to see what you've got next. And for anyone considering this program, literally, you can't afford not to do it. It is incredible. All right, guys, see you soon. Until then, bye for now.
Now, needless to say, I was proud as punch. In fact, in my mind, I had literally made the biggest breakthrough in internet marketing history. A business model that was fast and easy to launch and scale, that required only 24 hours of time to own and operate per month. 24 hours per month, and generated more profit than any other business model known to marketers. The only nagging thought in my mind, however, was that I'm a pretty savvy marketer. I hope that doesn't sound arrogant. I am. I've been doing this a long time. So are the students that I shared this with. So I began to wonder, gosh, was this mini group strategy only for expert marketers, or would it work for beginners as well? Because if mini groups worked for beginners, guys, like it worked for experts, then what I had on my hands was revolutionary. Like Uber to the taxi industry, if my unique mini group strategy worked for beginners, I was convinced that it would disrupt the entire internet marketing industry and pretty much kill off every other method of making money online. That's because this mini group strategy, as you're about to discover, it's faster to launch, it's easier to succeed with, it is way more profitable, it has a much higher success rate, and it gives you a way better lifestyle and quality of life than every other business model in existence on the internet right now as we speak. So I got busy recruiting beginners, and initially my excitement levels were through the roof. That's because I had a small army of beginners like Ruan Rudy. Take my method and employ it and get astonishing results. Ruan made never made a single penny before online, yet she made $170,000. That is absolutely astonishing. The only thing more astonishing than the fact that she made $170,000 is that she made it in 12 days on her very first attempt with my new mini group strategy. Here's what Ruan said.
Hi, my name's Ruan Rudy, and my fiance is an international business turnaround expert. So for years now, we've been wanting to transition his business online, and we looked into different programs and different methods to follow, but a lot of them were just overly complicated. This year, though, things changed for us. It really became a priority for him to be home more. And so I became a client of Caleb's and learned his Facebook group sales campaign. We both learned this strategy. We implemented it by filling a group with 484 people. And over 12 days, we generated over $170,000. Now, this was our first online launch, so we were thrilled with the results. It really proved the model for us like we were hoping to. And Caleb's help and support throughout that process was just awesome. So now here we are. We just finished our first launch. We're getting ready to relaunch. We have a clear path to taking this business to at least 7 figures. So Caleb, thank you so much. We cannot wait to implement everything we've learned from you and to continue to learn from you and collaborate for years to come. So thanks, and bye for now.
Sadly, however, my excitement was short-lived. What I discovered is that there were several flaws that prevented quite a number of beginners from achieving the same level of astonishing success that my other students were getting. Sure, tons of beginners were achieving remarkable results with my mini group strategy, but it wasn't without effort. My heart sank. It turned out that many beginners were willing to do what was needed to achieve success with mini groups, but not everybody. The remaining beginners, which was a larger number than I was comfortable with, were unwilling to do what needed to be done to achieve amazing results. Therefore, my vision for this mini group business model being the fastest and easiest way for every beginner to make a lot of money online was crushed. My dreams for what this mini group business model, could be, my dreams for it being the Uber in the internet marketing world drifted away like a cloud in the sky. So I just was like, okay, perhaps I just can't help everyone. I'm just going to have to come to terms with the fact that this is something that just committed beginners who are willing to upgrade their education and knowledge, those who are willing to take action, and my expert students, maybe it's just for them. And I really wasn't happy with that, but sometimes you got to eat, humble pie, and that was it. So I just kind of resigned myself to this idea that, okay, it's not quite the Uber, but I mean, it's still freaking amazing. But in my heart, I was really, really disappointed about it all. And I had all but given up. And then along came 2 things. My buddy Mark Ling started talking to me. Dude, have you are you paying attention to what the hell is going on with AI? And I'm like, yeah, I've been hearing about it, but I haven't got my head into it. He was like, no, man, no, you can't. This is not one of those things for you to be a late adopter of. You got to get in on this. This is a game changer. So I started sticking my big head into it and my big nose, and I started looking around. I started talking to Mark, and Mark started showing me stuff, and I was like, "Wow, that's kind of crazy." And I was like, "Mark, can it do this?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Can it do that?" And he was like, "Dude, we can build tools for this to do anything." And he's like, have to think about it, man, but you got to get into this stuff. So I hung up the phone, didn't speak to him for about a week. And during that week, I was like, oh my God, I think if what Mark is saying is true, I think this AI, stuff could be the perfect solution to why so many of my beginners were not even taking action on this thing. So I hopped back on the phone with Mark, and I was like, hey, can it do this? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, and could we do that? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, what about, could we do this? And he was like, dude, we can do all that. I was like, Mark, you must understand, like, if we can build tools to do X, Y, and Z, then I've got a way to marry like those tools with this business model in a way that I think could like literally be an Uber for the internet marketing world. He was like, what the hell are you talking about, Uber for internet marketing? I was like, you know the way Uber came along and killed off the taxi industry? I was like, he was like, yeah, I know the story, dude. Like, I wasn't born under a rock 5 minutes ago. I was like, listen, this thing that I have called like 7-figure mini groups, here's the issues with it that like stop everyone from doing this. And if these tools could do these things, then I just can't see why anyone in their right mind would ever choose to do any other business model online, i.e. why anyone would ever choose to use a taxi when like Uber is such a superior solution. I don't see why anyone would ever want to do any, like, make money with any other method online, because AI mini groups would essentially be a superior solution to everything else that's out there. Yes, Dixon is saying, hey, maybe challenge is a better word than flaws. Exactly. You're going to see what I mean here by the word flaws here in a minute. They're not flaws. They're not flaws. What they are is like work that people just don't want to do. You know, there's just tasks that people don't want to do. There's like skills that people don't want to acquire. And these tools have replaced this hard work. These tools have replaced the need for these skills, but so much more. So just hang tight with me. So essentially, what I started to realize with Mark was, geez, AI, if we can really build these tools, Mark, then like they're flawless solutions to the drawbacks in this mini group model. And if we really can like find these solutions, then we've got something here that is astonishing. So when the penny did drop that this was really the missing link, you know, and Mark told me we could do all of this stuff, I went crazy. I was like, oh my God. So I wanted to kind of just, that's kind of like the backstory. I'm not going to drag you through, you know, all of these slides here again. You know, this isn't a choreographed sales pitch for you guys and scanning down through slides here, but the next few minutes are going to be enlightening here. I'm going to take you behind the scenes. I'm going to take you under the hood. I'm going to show you these tools and like teach you the inner workings of how these tools can help you generate a lot of money. I can't show you everything just for obvious reasons, but I'm going to show you guys enough to knock your socks and shoes off, okay? Because this strategy is unquestionably the most exciting new way that I think for you and pretty much every marketer of all skill levels. It's the most exciting way for you to make a lot of money quickly online. I'm not going to get into this too much. There's niches that, again, you're going to see in a minute. There's niches that I think would be almost impossible to get in on, that you can now get in on in the most impressive way. And I'm going to share why these tools are not just tools for mini groups, but rather tools that you can use for a lot of different applications, all money-making applications here. So again, I'm going to like scroll down here. I think we all know what a mini group is. It's essentially, you know, a 12-day, you know, campaign run inside a mini group, you know, and you get to make a lot of money, you know, within that 12-day period. I want to kind of take you behind the scenes here just to give you a little reminder, a little refresher, and then I'm going to move away from these slides and I'm going to take you inside the members area. So the whole idea of a mini group, you get traffic from Facebook. You send it to a mini group registration page. This is Joe McCall. Joe, you know, made I'm not going to show you these testimonials. You guys know the story. But Joe's made several $100,000 with mini groups. So after you get traffic from Facebook, you send it to the registration page, you put people into a 3-day excitement phase. This is John Benson, again, guy who invented the video sales letter, said that this was the most profitable business model he's ever used, ever. Not going to bother you with that big pitch there. I'm just taking you through a slide deck that that one of many webinar presentations that's involved in this product launch that's going on. So after the 3-day excitement phase, they go into a 5-day desire phase. This is Patty Dominguez, again, $1,100, 52 grand. She does a mini group. Last time I spoke, every single month, makes about 50K. So this is the model at kind of a 30,000 foot view. And what I want to do is kind of point out these so-called flaws that I've been telling you guys about. And then I want to show you the tools literally right now. So the flaws that, again, Dixon there says, maybe you shouldn't call them flaws. They're not flaws. There's nothing wrong with this business model. What there is, hard work that people don't want to do, and that hard work kept them away from essentially getting started. So some of the hard work involved was creating, actually we can start here. We can start here even, creating Facebook ads, creating the squeeze page copy and the hook, coming up with like an idea for the mini group training. People didn't want to do that work. They didn't want to think about it. They felt like, gosh, I'm not creative enough. I can't come up with good ideas. Even though the training was extremely descriptive on how to do that, they felt insecure. I don't know if I'm doing this right. Then there's a video on the thanks page after you sign up that encourages people to come into your mini group. And people didn't want to star in those videos. They didn't want to be on camera. They didn't want to customize the video script. Then we, in the 3-day excitement phase, again, they struggled to customize the templates for, the excitement videos. They didn't want to customize the email campaigns that we gave them. So we're talking about the guys that just didn't want to take action. It's as simple as that, okay? So the guys that took action went off, made a ton of money, and it's a very sad reality that people just don't take action, okay? They procrastinate, they find reasons to not take action. These are all the reasons they found to not take action. So then we've got the desire phase. There's 5 videos here, a 5-part video training. And again, they struggle to come up like, oh my gosh, putting this content together, using the templates, filling out the slide decks. They just struggled with that. The emails, everything. Same here, they just didn't want to do the work, okay? They just did not want to do the work. They didn't take action. They procrastinated. They allowed themselves to get, distracted with shiny object syndrome, and they just didn't get the benefit that they damn well should have gotten from this method. Because, even before these tools came out, this business model is easier than everything else that's out there. If you wanted to go create a webinar, you're talking about a level of complexity that exceeds this by a magnitude of about 100. Same with a VSL, same with a regular funnel, same with a product launch. Jeez Louise, you have no idea how complex a product launch is. If it wasn't for Mark Ling doing most of the work, I wouldn't be able to do this stuff. So even though there's work, even though this so-called work is easily 100 times less work and 100 times less complicated than all of the other business models that's out there, we're just dealing with natural human psychology. People just procrastinate. They don't take action. They find reasons and excuses to not get shit done. And that pissed me off royally. It freaking infuriated me. And I'm seeing a lot of you guys saying, hey, this is me. You know, I struggle to take action. You know, I struggle to produce the content, yada, yada, yada. You're not alone, okay? You're not alone. Guys, I'm seeing lots of questions here. Give me a few minutes and I'm gonna like circle back here. So I'm gonna come back to this slide deck in a little bit. But what I wanna do now is I wanna show you this. So I wanna show you guys some tools here. So this is the 7-figure mini groups toolkit. This is Mark Ling. You know, we're going to just, I can't show you everything here, but I do want to show you some really, really cool stuff, okay? So let's say, for example, you're like, hey, I don't even know what the hell I should do. Like, I don't even know, like, I don't even have a title for my mini group, you know? I don't know anything. So you would come here and you would come up with hook idea generator. So let's say, I mean, give me a niche there. Target market. I don't know. To grow roses. I don't know. Let's pick anything, okay? You know what the biggest pain in the ass about this tool is? You gotta wait 2 minutes for it to do the work. You see here, please be patient. This tool may take up to 2 minutes to process. Guess who doesn't have any patience? Me. The biggest royal pain in the ass is that this thing takes 2 minutes. But anyway, so let's say that you don't have any idea. Let's say you're like, all I got is, I know I want a mini group, and I know I want a mini group, you know, on this topic, okay? Well, you can now take that topic and you can come to this hook idea generator. I want you guys to know something. This is not ChatGPT. This is custom built tools with all of my psychology, my strategy, my methodology, all of everything that I know about how to make mini groups work. So it's programmed into the DNA of these tools. So you can't go to ChatGPT and have ChatGPT do this stuff for you. It's impossible. Mark has spent months coding this, developing this, and I've been back and forth. No, you know, you skipped a step in the strategy, you forgot this psychology, you missed out on this tactic, and we've been going back and forth and back and forth. And this is what we've got now. Look at this. So we've got 15 ideas here for topics, okay? Discover the secret garden method. Unlock the full potential of your rose garden with our proven step-by-step approach. Blooming bliss technique. Experience the joy of a flourishing rose garden with our easy-to-follow guide for beginners and experts. Guys, I know nothing about growing roses, and I literally just pulled this out of fresh air just a few minutes ago. Grow roses like a pro. Master the art of rose cultivation using our expert tips, tricks, and insider secrets. So let's say that, like, we got 15 ideas here, okay? So let's just say, like, these could be this could be the entire, like, title of your this could be the title of your mini group, and then this could be the title of your 5-part training. Okay, let's just say that let's do that. Okay, let's take these 6 and we can get rid of that now. Okay, now let's use the content tool. So we could do a lead magnet. I don't want to do a lead magnet. We could do a squeeze page. I don't care to do that. Okay, the thanks page video script. Okay, let's do this. Let's say that my name, let's make up a crazy name, Caleb O'Dowd. Title of the training is this. Second here now. You just make this stuff up. The title of the training is that. You know what? That's probably. How about we could do that? We could do this too. I'm just messing around. You know what? Yeah, we could do this. Okay. Discover the secret garden method. Or you know what we could do? We could just do the secret garden method. Okay. Big benefit of the training is what did we say? Big benefit of the training is grow picture perfect roses. I'm making this stuff up, okay? Then what we could do is we could say training number 1, that's the title for training number 1. We could do this. Boom. We could do this. This is wait until you guys, and guys, trust me, we haven't even scratched the freaking surface of this bad boy yet. Wait until you see what this thing does. So now we click this, okay? And again, the biggest pain in the arse about this thing is that it takes 2 minutes. Guys, what you're going to see here is that by using this tool, you can have like a complete mini group created in about like 90 minutes. And half of that time is spent waiting for this freaking thing to work. So in like, all right, maybe not 90 minutes, maybe like 3 hours. And I'm talking about soup to nuts. I'm talking about you don't even have a title all the way to slides, slide deck, scripts, email campaigns, squeeze pages. I mean, like pitches, everything. Facebook posts, you like soup to nuts. Let's say soup to nuts, the entire kit and caboodle in like 3 hours. Okay. 1 second here. 1 minute. Yeah, I'm seeing, I think you guys are seeing what I'm seeing here, but you ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet. Nothing yet. Look at this script. Let's see if we can find a flaw in this bad boy. Let's see if there's something in here that we're like, oh shit, that's, gotta get rid of that. Hey there, it's Caleb O'Dowd, and I'm super excited. Now, by the way, this is the welcome video script. Someone has just opted in, and we're now trying to move them from our thanks page into our Facebook group. Okay, that's what this is. So previous to this, we had like fill in the blanks, and in order to fill in the blanks, you had to come up with your own title for the mini group, and you had to create your own content, and you had to figure out what the topics were, and yada yada yada. Okay. Now look at this. Like we're all of like what 5 minutes into this. Hey there, it's Caleb O'Dowd, and I'm super excited to welcome you to my brand new 5-day live training called the Secret Garden Method. Before we dive in, let me tell you 3 crucial things you need to know. First, pat yourself on the back because signing up for this training is one of the best decisions you've made. Over the next 5 days, I'll show you how to grow picture-perfect roses that'll leave your neighbors green with envy. This is killer copy. You don't understand. Like, you might hire someone for thousands of dollars. They wouldn't even be able to create copy as good as this. Peek at what's coming your way. Training number 1, blooming bliss technique. Discover our easy-to-follow guide that guarantees a flourishing rose garden, no matter your skill level. Training number 2, grow roses like a pro. Uncover expert tips and insider secrets that'll have you cultivating roses like a seasoned gardener. Training number 3, roses that rival royalty. Jesus. Learn regal rose growing. Is that, I don't know, I'd have to Google that. Yeah, regal rose growing. Let me just see if that's even a thing, because I don't know anything about roses. Okay, is that even a thing? Yeah, regal roses. Look at that. I don't even know anything about roses. I have no freaking idea. I didn't even know that regal roses was a thing. I thought it was a misspelling. I was about to say, this tool sucks. In fact, it's brilliant, because look what this does. I can get into this niche right now. I know jack nothing about roses, and I can be talking about this thing like I know what the hell I'm talking about, you know? So learn regal rose growing strategies to create a backyard paradise fit for kings and queens. You can pay for this copy, you know? It's brilliant copy. Training number 4, unleash your garden's inner beauty. Embrace our exclusive enchanted oasis method and craft an enchanting sanctuary filled with breathtaking roses. I don't know about you, I'm getting into the freaking rose market because of this. Training number 5, introducing Rose Genius. Meet the game-changing AI-powered gardening assistant, ensuring perfect growing conditions for stunning roses every single time. I have no idea what the hell that is. I don't even have any roses. I can't wait to freaking flesh this thing out and find out what the hell is going on. This copy is so good. I don't even have any roses. I want to go and get some roses now, you know? Fasten your seatbelts, because we're going full speed ahead on this action-packed journey filled with valuable insights and practical lessons. Secondly, all these amazing trainings will take place within my Facebook group. Click on the link below this video to join now. It's completely free. Inside, not only will you find our informative lessons, but also connect with passionate individuals who share your love for gardening. And finally, keep an eye out for daily email announcements about each live training session happening inside the group. Make sure to look for emails from me with a subject line that says, and you're going to insert whatever your subject line is. If it's not in your email, if it's not in your inbox, check your spam folder and follow the instructions to activate your training. That's all for now. Once again, I'm Caleb O'Dowd, and I can't wait to see you inside the Secret Garden Method Facebook group. So go ahead, click the link below, and let's get started on this incredible journey together. Guys, wake up and smell the coffee. Are you seeing what the hell is going on here? Like, my entire system, my entire strategy, all my tactics, all my triggers, the whole lot. This is why you can't go to some freaking ChatGPT thing and get this stuff done. It's because it doesn't have my tactics. It doesn't have my triggers. It doesn't have my psychology. It doesn't have my system. It doesn't have this method programmed into the DNA of this stuff. You are clicks of a freaking mouse away from having, from going from not having a mini group to having a mini group. Okay, this is insane. It's absolutely insane. But let's calm down, chill out. All right, we're only getting the party started here. I really can't show everything, but let's just say now that you're like, okay, well, look, this all sounds fab and everything, but how do you turn this into a training? That was a lovely script, but how do I turn this into an actual training that I can deliver in a group, and a script that I can deliver, and a slide deck that I can deliver? Okay, so we've got this. All right, main topic. I don't know. 1 second here. The blooming bliss technique. Subtopic, success strategy. I have no idea. You know why? Because I know nothing about roses. I can't grow anything. All right, I can grow hair on the top of my head, but I can't grow anything else. So I don't have a success strategy. The reason why this is here is, let's say, for example, that you actually do know what the hell you're talking about. Let's say that you have your own product, your own service, and you want to take your mojo and you want to put it in here. Well, then whatever your success strategy is, you would just describe it here. Okay, but since I don't know my arse from my elbow when it comes to rose gardening, I'm going to leave that blank because I know jack about rose gardening. Name, of course, creator. Caleb. Can't spell his own name. O'Dowd. And again, we got to suffer through the torment of this bloody waiting process. 1 second here. One second here. Some hilarious comments here. Stephen says, sometimes I wish I lasted 2 minutes. No comment. Can I also generate the training itself, asks Carla. Abso-freaking-lutely yes. Carla, you can create everything. The whole kit and caboodle. A to Z. A to Z. The whole thing. The whole thing. The whole thing. A to Z. Everything. The slides. You can even, if you wanted to star in it, we've like, I just don't know. I'm like, Mark will lynch me for like sharing too much, but like, there's even, I'll share, like, there's even backgrounds. Because like a lot of people were like, oh my God, I don't have a nice background. You know, like I'm not proud of like the color of my curtains in the room. You know, so like, I'm not going to do it because the color of my curtains in the room is like a bad background. Mark was like, really? People are like that? I'm like, dude, any and all excuses. You have no idea. Mark was like, okay, I'm going to create something that's going to be a perfect solution for that. We're going to give them beautiful backgrounds. I was like, really? You can freaking do that? He's like, man, you don't understand. This AI thing is off the Richter scale. We can do everything now. Everything. Now, look at this. So this is slide number 1. Okay? This is slide number 1. So in this training, bullet, 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 okay? Slide number 2, it outlines everything. Like my whole system, all of my slides, the entire formula is in every one of these things, okay? You know, to find previous videos in the training, go to the featured tab in the group. Like if you guys have ever seen my mini groups, like it's all based on my slide deck strategies. Slide number 3, a quick review, the blooming bliss strategy. Our success strategy for creating blooming bliss includes choosing healthy roses, preparing soil correctly. But I've never seen this. This is the first time I've gone through this. I'm seeing this for the very first time, just like you. Providing sufficient water and nutrients, pruning regularly, protecting against pests. Remember these key points as we move forward, okay? So this is the content for the slides. It's saying, hey, slide 3 in your deck, this is what should go on those slides, okay? Slide 4, you know, if you've not watched the 3 intro videos, this is all my formula, okay? Now we get into the training, choose healthy roses. Okay, selecting healthy roses is essential for achieving blooming bliss. Here are some tips. You know, look for plants with strong stems, blah, 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 blah. Choose varieties that yada, yada, yada. Consider buying bare root roses, you know, and like, look at this for a training on this topic, you know, like it's calling out objections, you know, and it's solving objections. It's overcoming problems. It's answering questions. It's troubleshooting. Like this is a freaking off the Richter scale training. Like the people that come into your mini group and like, again, I've never done this. This is I just picked a topic, you know, roses, growing roses. Like, look at this for a training. Look at this for a training. This is high content. This is killer stuff. You get checklists, objections handled, mistakes that you avoid, you know, like you get the technique. You know, water deeply, immediately, prune in early spring. Like this is like a methodology revealed. Okay. Deadheading flowers. I don't even know what the hell that is. The real enemy, lack of consistency. So like this is now giving you like personal stuff. Okay. So like this is about like growing you as an individual, not just growing it's not just tactical. So there's personal development in these stuff, Like, this is high level stuff. Don't blame yourself. Common culprits for failure. Again, look at, like, tactically speaking, anyone who walks away from this, because the way it's so strategically designed, it's targeting like what the human psychology, the human brain receives as high level content. Like, if you were interested in gardening, you came into this training, you were a beginner, you started going through this, and I'm delivering this training. Captain knows nothing about freaking roses, but I'm delivering this training. Everyone in the group is like, oh my God, this is one of the most informative trainings. This is brilliant stuff. This guy, Caleb, really knows his stuff. This is fabulous. He's someone I got to listen to. KLT, KLT. This thing is generating all the KLT for you. This is now means that even if you're a clown like me who doesn't know anything about roses, you can get into the gardening niche and start making some serious money with Facebook, with mini groups. Guys, there's even homework, you know? And then look at this. But Caleb, what if I live in an area with harsh winters? Great question. In our next training video, we'll show you how to protect your roses during winter months so they can thrive come springtime. Guess how many people live in areas where roses, you know, where the cold weather hurt roses? Probably 99% of people or 90% of people. So again, like, that's a major, major objection, a major problem, a major solution that needs to be addressed. So again, you can rest assured that 9 out of 10 people in your mini group that want to grow roses are going to be living in climates where that's a major issue. So now, guess what? They're hooked for the training tomorrow. My point again is, you're not going to get this stuff from ChatGPT, because all of my IP, all of my strategies, all of my tactics is plugged into this. And this is what presents you with this opportunity for you to rapidly create mini groups in dozens of different freaking niches. That's not even the best part. That's not even the best part. So I keep showing you tons of stuff. Since Carla brought it up, or maybe I brought it up, I don't know. But like, look at this stuff. This is Mark Ling.
Hey guys, it's Mark Ling here, and in this video I'm just testing out some of these actual virtual backdrops. There are a lot of different options for you. Just fixed up the side of it there. I accidentally had something in the way.
Hang on, I want to show you something.
I'm just having a quick little gallery.
Look at these. Like, you're worried, you know, you're worried about, like, hey, I got curtains.
Folks, then,
you know, I'm not happy with my background. We got it all, you know. We got literally it all. We got lead magnets, squeeze page generators, opt-in thanks page videos, welcome posts, excitement series, intro videos, all of the training, you know, the whole thing, like to pitch the product at the end. We've got slides, we've got slide generators. We can take this stuff and it'll spit back out a done for you slide deck. Okay, a done for you slide deck. We've got all the email campaigns, so every freaking email that you need. And Mark even did something really cool there. Like, he took my style of emails, so like you can now create like entire mini group email campaign that is exactly like how I write emails. Or you can use his style. You can use, you know, like, he's got all of these various different styles like that you can choose. So if you're like, hey, you know what, I just don't like the smell and taste of Caleb's emails there, you know, like, I think I would like to use, you know, a different type. And same here, if you're promoting like different things, like all of this stuff is sorted. Free report tools, register, like, guys, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. Okay, it's insane. reasons to buy. Like if you're wondering, oh my God, like how do I get someone to actually like want to buy something? It'll even spit out reasons to buy so that you can take those reasons, put them into the pitch generator so that it'll spit out a pitch to promote whatever the hell it is that you want to promote. Now, here's what's crazy, because even though that's crazy, okay, before I get into what's crazy, let me just talk about what's crazy. What's crazy is this now takes like pretty much all the freaking hard work. It takes all of the reasons why someone would not do a mini group, and it throws them out the window. The only reason you wouldn't do a mini group if you had this tool is if you were allergic to making money, or you just really did not want to be an entrepreneur. Because 100% of every last one of you guys on this call can now create complete mini groups, A to Z, in about 3 hours by farting around with this tool. You're clicking buttons, you're copying and pasting, and this thing is cranking it out. It's cranking out scripts, it's cranking out trainings, it's cranking out slide decks, it's taking care of backgrounds for you, it's creating all the email campaigns, it's creating the squeeze pages, like soup to nuts, A to Z, point and click, copy and paste. If you can point, click, copy and paste, then you can probably create a new mini group every single day. One mini group a day, A to Z, done and dusted, out the door, in any freaking niche that you want. There is now no reason why you cannot be successful with mini groups. No reason why. None. Zero. Nada. All the hard work, all the effort, all the skills that you may not have wanted to acquire, all of the hard work that you may have not wanted to do, you don't have to do anymore. These tools that we have created for you replace the need for you to be creative, replace the need for you to work your ass off, replace the need for you to pretty much even mastermind any of this stuff. Like if you don't even have an idea, you don't need one. You know, let's say I wanted to get into the rose niche. I didn't have an idea. I was just like, hey, like, let's go teach people how to, you know, grow some roses. And that's all you have is a seed idea. Then you can take that seed idea, you can have a complete mini group built around it with killer content in about 3 hours. Done, dusted, out the door. Bob's your uncle, Mary's your aunt, job done. That's what's crazy. But that's not what's crazy. Actually, before I get into what's crazy, because what's crazy is really crazy. Let me get are you guys seeing what I'm seeing here? Like, you think I'm inappropriately excited about this, or are you as excited as I am? Because if you're not as excited as I am, something is broken here, because this is off the freaking Richter scale. It even does the slides for your training videos. Yes. Yes, Carla, it does the scripts for the 5-day trainings. Michael says, how is this tool different than any word? I'm not sure what you mean by any word. Alexander says, Caleb, I totally see it. I'm getting a Caleb in that's a great way of saying it. I'm getting a Caleb in a box, because that's really it. It's my entire IP at the click of a mouse. Linda says, amazing. Michelle says, this is great. Reynaldo says, crazy. Is like Mark cloned your ad copy brain, Caleb. Exactly. Dr. Sergio says, the copy is on fire. Guys, the copy is elite. It's freaking elite. Like, I'm telling you, if you went out and you hired a copywriter, the likelihood of you getting stuff back as good as this is extraordinarily low. You know, like this is a 20 grand a month copywriter that you get for free. This is wonderful, says Jane. Andrew says built-in prompts for the mini group. Yeah. Mario says incredible to see this. Andrew says if we buy it, does this get added into my mini group dashboard? Yeah, like you get, yeah, exactly. Like you get this whole thing. Like you get, and by the way, like there's more tools coming. Like I'm not allowed to talk about these things yet, but I'm telling you, like if you guys jump in, you're going to see all what you see here today, and then next week you're going to see something new. The week after that, you're going to see something new. The week after that, you're going to see something new. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what you're going to be seeing, but yeah, this is off the Richter scale. Lots of, yeah, very cool. Yeah, everyone is asking how to get in on this. Yeah, you know, stand by. You know, this creates everything. So lots of you guys are saying, does it create this? Does it create that? Does it create the other? Just put this in your mind. It creates everything. Everything. Underline everything. It creates everything. So you can stop asking, does it do this? Does it do that? Does it do the other? It builds the entire thing, top to bottom, A to Z, everything, okay? Everything. Yes, it's all brand new, James. It has, listen, like, I'll tell you how new this is. We don't even have, like, the members area properly built yet. This doesn't go live until next week. So you are literally, like everybody on this call, you are the first human beings outside Mark, myself, my brother, and 2 team members that have seen this. No one else in the world has seen this. This is why I wanted it for you guys. I wanted to give you guys, like, I wanted to let you know what the hell is going on here. Okay, guys, tons and tons of positive comments coming in here. So Andrew was saying, why are you being so cryptic? The reason why I'm being so cryptic is because I'm like, this stuff, I'm not allowed to share this stuff. Like this is a joint venture between Mark and I. I was warned not to share too much. So I'm not being cryptic. I'm sharing what I can share, and I can't obviously share everything. So that's what's going on there. It's not that I'm being cryptic. You know, I mean, I'm literally taking you into the members area and showing you all of these tools and showing you how these things operate. So like, can't be, you know, hard to call me cryptic. I'm just, the only thing I'm saying is I can't show you everything because some of this stuff is we don't want this stuff being, if I share some of this stuff, then, you know, some people can go off and maybe start, you know, using it in, you know, ways that, you know, would not be, you know, fair. Okay, so that's what's going on. Okay, so here's what's crazy about this. So let me just get out of here. Now, sorry, sometimes I find myself a little lost here. 1 second here. Like this stuff. So this stuff creates, this is not what I want to show you, by the way, but this stuff creates reports, like free reports. So look at this. This is a Facebook post wizard. So let's invent an else, okay? How to start a cafe for less than $10,000. Now, here's what's crazy about this stuff, and this is a glimpse into something that's coming down the pipeline, like literally lickety split here. So what's crazy is that this thing creates killer content. Like, this creates killer content. What you're going to see here now, and I've, you know, again, I don't know anything about starting a cafe. I don't even know if it can be done for less than $10,000. I'm just spitballing stuff here. So let's see what it comes back with. But my point is this. We've got a tool. Damn, I should have showed you this a minute ago. But like, we've got, so essentially you could create like content for Facebook, okay? Like article content for Facebook, like in 2 minutes. So if there is essentially 60 minutes in an hour, then you could probably create 25 articles in an hour, okay? So pretty much in like an hour, in like 65, 70 minutes, you can have a Facebook post a day for 30 days on a certain topic, okay? And you can use that to grow traffic, okay? Organic traffic. You can take that same content, you could turn it into Instagram videos or YouTube videos, post them all over social media. You can, by the way, there's a TikTok video generator that generates TikTok videos. And the reason why I'm saying this is because you could spend like 3 hours a month, let's say 5 hours a month, and you could bombard the internet with killer content that can generate organic free traffic for you back to an email list or to a Facebook group. You can say, hey, listen, if you like this article and you want more, just go to CalebO'Dowd.com, you know, or Caleb'sWebsite.com. So in like 6 months of working 3 or 5 hours a month, you could essentially have like a flow of like pre-qualified warm organic traffic flowing into an email list or a Facebook group automatically on autopilot, passively making you money without, you know, you having to pay for that traffic. Now let's see what this whole thing does here. How to brew your dream cafe for under $10,000. A bold blend of passion and practicality. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell? The coffee is brilliant. Okay, you've always dreamt of owning a cozy little cafe filled with the aroma of freshly brewed coffee, warm baked goods, and the hum of friendly chatter. But every time you start to ponder about it, all you can see is your wallet weeping in despair. What if I told you that it's possible to turn your dream into reality for under $10,000? Yes, really. Look at this. Look at this. Like, this is killer stuff, you know? This is killer stuff. Like, and it's all like, how many of you guys like know how much of a fan I am of numbered lists and bulleted lists? Like, this is all my strategy at play. You can literally dominate social media. You do this 5 hours a month for like 6 months in a row. Imagine you did it for 12 months. How much organic traffic would you have flowing in? This is a way to generate like organic free traffic. So this is you can flow that traffic into affiliate offers. You can flow it into your mini group. You can do whatever the hell you want with that because it's free freaking traffic. And it's like free to create this freaking stuff. 5 hours a month sees you bombarding social media with killer content that's knocking people's socks and shoes off in any niche. In any niche. Pick a freaking topic. In any niche. And that's not even the best part. Even that's not the freaking best part. You want to know what the best part is? You know what else you can do with this freaking tool? You can create your own paid fucking membership website. Excuse my language. Listen to me. You want to know what the most beautiful money-making model in all of marketing land is? It's monthly recurring income. It's a business model that generates monthly recurring income. Listen to me. Stop playing with the cat. Pay attention. This tool, okay? This tool doesn't just create articles, Facebook posts. You can build an email list, and you can have an unlimited number of daily emails going out on a specific topic to your email list. And guess what? You can promote a membership website. Let's go back to the roses thing. Let's say that at the end of that training, you're like, hey, listen, I hope you've really enjoyed like the, how to grow roses training. I hope I've knocked your socks and shoes off, blown your mind with all of the valuable content that I've just given you about how to grow roses. If you have, then you should really sign up for my $97 a month, how to become a super duper gardening extraordinaire, membership website. It costs $97 a month. And once a week, I do a 30 to 45 minute slide deck video presentation sharing all of the greatest tips, tactics, strategies, and techniques for mastering gardening. And it's $97 a month. Now, here's what's nuts about that. This tool can create the freaking 30-minute presentation every single month. It will create the content. It'll create the topic. It'll create the slide deck. It'll create the script. And if you need a freaking background, it'll create the background for you. This is not a tool, just a tool for doing mini groups. This is a tool for creating products. Why do people not have their own product? Because they don't know they don't know how to create a product. They don't know where to get the content from. And that's not even the best part. The best part is we're going to be creating VSL tools. So what the hell does that mean? It means that not only is this thing a tool for creating mini groups in like 3 hours or less, not only is this a way for you to get into any niche you want and make a ton of money with mini groups, not only is this a tool for dominating social media and getting tons of free traffic, organic traffic, and not only is this a tool for creating emails that sell stuff, but this is a tool for actually creating recurring membership products. This creates the content for your product. And we're going to be introducing a VSL tool shortly that's going to create the VSL to sell the freaking membership product. This is off the freaking Richter scale. Like, seriously. When I got this done, we were like, oh my God, we got to do a product launch, the whole lot. Halfway through the whole process of putting this together, I turned around to my brother and I'm like, shit, we shouldn't like this product launch. Okay, great. Let's go. But like, oh my God, like what you're going to start seeing after my product launch is a whole slew of $97 a month membership program pitches, $197 membership program pitches to my email list. I'm going to be building email lists about this. I'm going to be doing mini groups about this. I'm like literally probably going to hang up here. I'm going to be like, Jesus, I think I'm going to get into the rose niche, the gardening niche. How freaking cool is the gardening niche? I know nothing about the gardening niche. I don't need to. I'm just an actor that reads a script. But I get paid. I get paid to read that freaking script. And I get the kudos of delivering an incredible training. And you already know mini groups make people happy. It's a happy inducing business model. And I'll tell you who'll be happy. Me. And you guys, if you get in on this. So I'm not going to show you guys any more, but I'll tell you this. There's a lot more that we didn't cover here. there's a lot more that we didn't cover here that, is in this too and is coming down the pipeline. This is off the hook. So let's get back on track here. Next, let me show you how my clients and I scale mini groups to 5 and 6 figure a month money earners in just 5 months. Okay, check this out. So the first thing that you must understand about this particular business model, about any business model really, is that profit solves all problems in business. It's the lack of profit that causes most businesses to fail. I say that because you can only grow your sales profits and personal income as big and as fast as your profits allow. So if you're using a business model with a small profit margin, your business and your income is going to grow slowly. But if your profits are huge, then you are in for one heck of a ride. Now, every business model needs a little kickstart capital to get it going. This business is no different. However, you'll be shocked to learn just how cheap it is to launch and scale a mini group into a 6-figure a month moneymaker. So, for example, I launched a traditional sales funnel several months ago on Facebook. It cost me $500 a day in traffic for 45 days to test and optimize before it started breaking even and making a profit. This means that it cost me $22,500 to launch. And for those of you who may not know, webinar and video sales letter business models cost way more than that. But with mini groups, and because of how profitable they are, guess what? I've got clients launching with just hundreds of dollars and making thousands back in return. So, for example, I'll tell you about Ali Thompson. Ali launched her first mini group with just $912.54 in traffic. 12 days later, Ali earned $9,383 in sales. That's literally like a 10x return on her ad spend. However, Ali had an extra $12,125 come in, an extra 12 grand come in later from recurring sales. This means that Ali earned over $21,500 in sales from $912 and change in ad spend. That's like over $20,500 in profit. That's more than a 20x return on investment. That, ladies and gentlemen, that's a lot of profit from such a small investment in traffic. And it's profit like this that's the secret to growing your income fast online. So let's look at a theoretical example of how to scale AI mini groups to 6 figures in 5 months. We're going to be extremely conservative here, okay? And use a 300% return on investment calculation, okay? So a 300% return on investment calculation is extremely conservative with this business model, okay? I just don't want to show you the numbers that are, anyway, let's just look at it this way. So month number 1, let's say that you make a $500 investment and your return is $1,500. You're going to take that money, okay? And you're not going to go to Vegas. You're going to reinvest that money, okay? Now, here's what's going on, by the way. You're doing this 12 days out of the month. It takes 2 hours a day. That's 24 hours per month, okay? You're going to start with a $500 investment. You're going to make $1,500. On month 2, you're going to take that $1,500 and you're going to reinvest it, and you're going to get a $4,500 return for your 24-hour work month, okay? You're going to reinvest that $4,500 on month number 3. You're going to get a $13,500 return, and you're going to reinvest that on month number 4. And on month number 4, you're going to get a $40,500 return on your $13,500 investment. Now look at what happens on month number 5. Okay, you take that $40,500 and you get a 300% return on that, and bang, right there, month number 5, you are on essentially, you know, you've got yourself a 6-figure business. Okay, I'm not going to show you what happens on month 6 and so forth, but we're talking 24 hours a month to do this. Okay, so 5 times 24. I wish I had a calculator. It should be pretty simple. I think it's like, is it 120 hours? So 120 hours over 5 months can, you know, again, theoretically, get you to a 6-figure a month business. How many of us on the call here currently are working 40 hours a week? Okay, so 40 hours a week, that's 160 hours a month. This is 24 hours a month. And in 5 months of investing 24 hours a month, you have a 6-figure business where the profit margins and the personal income on this is off the freaking Richter scale. Okay, so again, in this theoretical example, starting from scratch, you are 5 AI mini groups away from a 6-figure business. Okay, it means that if you do 1 AI mini group per month at 24 hours of time investment per month, you could be earning 6 figures per month in just 5 months. Now, clearly that's a theoretical example. Everybody's results will vary, but this is the math of this business model. This is why it's so darn exciting, especially for beginners. By the way, remember that rampage I told you I went on earlier when I cracked the code on this business model? Well, this is exactly how I turned. In my case, I didn't put in $500. I put in $2,000 investment to get this started. And I did more than 1 mini group a month. And in 3 months, I generated over $1.7 million. Without webinars, video sales letters, without product launches, without tripwire sales funnels, without hiring copywriters, media buyers, or without selling anything on, you know, via e-commerce. And here's proof of that, by the way. These are bank statements. So that's over $1.7 million in total revenue for just 3 months. Now, again, as I mentioned, you know, I did more than 1 mini group per month. To be honest, these days, I don't even do a mini group a month. I like pretty much do like 1 mini group every 3 months or so. And that's because of how profitable they are. Okay. So like these days, I just do like, you know, like 4, maybe 5 mini groups a year. And I still end up doing that. I still end up generating more personal income than quite literally almost, you know, 95% of professional internet marketers in the game. And if I do 5 of them throughout the year, again, that's a 120-hour work year for me. And, you know, I'm making a lot of money doing that. Now, I recommend 1 a month, and, you know, until you've fattened up your bank account, and then you get to decide from a position of financial security which way you want to do this moving forward. By the way, here's what else is crazy. We just talked about a 300% return. You know, we use the 300% ROI calculation to get to a 6-figure business. If you've been paying attention, like, you know, the ROI that my students and I have been getting has been significantly greater than 300%. Not promising you will, you know, not promising anything there, just pointing out some facts. The facts are like, I've been getting significantly greater ROIs than that. In fact, to make that $1.7 million, it took $133,000 in total ad spend, which, if you do the math on that, is actually a 12x return on investment. Now, I didn't like take $133,000 out of my bank account. I did what I showed you to do in terms of scaling. I put $2,000 in, I reinvested the profit. I took the return and I reinvested that, and I took the return and reinvested that. But by the time all was said and done, I had invested $133,000 worth of profit, and I made over $1.7 million in return, and that's a 12x return on investment. So, guys, what I just shared with you here is the biggest breakthrough in internet marketing history, and the hottest new way for beginners to make $10,000 to $100,000 plus per month online in 2023. The facts are as follows. AI mini groups are fast to launch, they're easy to succeed with, they're extraordinarily profitable, they're a perfect lifestyle business, they are extremely scalable, they're a dream come true for beginners, they're an even bigger dream come true for pros. It is a magical business model for affiliates, okay? And it is perfect for anybody selling their own solutions. AI mini groups require no staff, no copywriters, no business partners, no webinars, no video sales letters, no product launches, no sales funnels, no selling over the phone, no working 24/7, no content creation, because we got the tools for that now, no starting in videos if you don't want to, no stress and overwhelm that's associated, with pretty much every other internet business